What's up, family? Let me just put down, pin down today's topic. Welcome, familia. How are you guys feeling today? You guys are just on time, yeah? I see, yeah, it's a daily thing. Even though today is this Sunday service is gonna be, it's like our first Sunday service. You feel me? You already know what it is, man. Sunday healing services. Every Sunday. How are you guys feeling today? Let me know where you guys are tuning in from in the first place. Sending you guys so much love and healing. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Grand rising to y'all, or good afternoon, or good evening, or good night. Wherever you guys are tuning in from, let me know. So I know where and how to address you guys and what to wish you in the first place. Send you much love, healing, and great vibes. Okay, cool. So, just to let you know what's gonna be happening today, it's just a quick Sunday service, Sunday healing service, if anything, right? And we all kind of need that. And today's topic is gonna be about don't disconnect just to reconnect to the same energy. Don't disconnect just to reconnect to the same habits. Don't disconnect just to reconnect to the same traumas. Don't disconnect just to reconnect to being the same person, vibing on the same vibration, right? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I didn't really take any notes on this, so I'm just gonna be free flowing with whatever comes through. A source and my highest creation chooses to, in general, right? So let's talk about it. This rising, I had a thought, because I realized like there's so much pain, so much trauma, so much unease in this world, especially in these times where we live in, where it's quite interesting, I'd say, to witness this when we have so much information on how to heal ourselves, on how to work on ourselves, and how to be the best version of ourselves. Right? Because we live in a time where like we have information right on our faces, on our fingertips. You feel me? When it comes to Google, phones, technology, and books in general, we have so much access to all this information for us to be the greatest version of ourselves. But for some reason, we're still experiencing all these trials and tribulations. And of course, as life, we do have challenges to grow and better ourselves, but we shouldn't be having like a struggle through the challenge. Since we know and we have seen people before us what they have to grow through to become the best version of themselves. So why do we fight it so much when it comes to us living through our challenges to become the best version of ourselves, right? And it's the same way how like when people go to the gym sometimes, right? They know like it's gonna be a challenge to lift those weights, a challenge to run those miles on the treadmill, a challenge to like, you know, keep doing that cardio exercise, right? But however, when they go into that whole session, they already know that what they're looking forward to. So even though throughout the process it might be a little bit challenging, they're already smiling through the pain, smiling through the uneasiness of the body, because they know like this is good for them. So they have that optimistic mindset, the outlook where it's like, oh, this is beautiful. This is gonna be a good session, and I'm gonna be feeling super great at the end of it. Even though in the process might be like, you know, sweating, probably crying at one point. I don't know, but you already know what it is. But you're gonna feel great at the end. You feel like you have accomplished something good for your own self, right? So I wonder, why don't we have the same mindset when it comes to that, to everything in life, when it looks like the world is crumbling before our eyes, right? Why don't we have that kind of a understanding, like, you know what, it's beautiful because something within me, it's shedding. The old me is shedding. Like, before you build a good strong foundation, you have to let go of these little things that might just, make it not strong enough for you in the first place. So that's why, as snakes do, they shed their skin, they renew themselves. And it might not look as nice when you're shedding the skin or whatever the case may be, but then you feel brand new. So why don't we have that kind of mindset when it comes to that, right? And it's all because of the program that we've been allowing ourselves to experience in general. We keep on tapping into the same thing. Like, for example, as an analogy, going to church. Christians go to church every Sunday. So that's when they disconnect from how they've been living for the past week or whatever the case may be, right? If they've been sinning for the past week, they go to church on Sundays just to repent their sins and ask for forgiveness and kind of tap into spirit to be like, you know what, I've allowed my ego to take over from Monday to Saturday. Now on Sunday, I'm a take care of self. I'm gonna let my spirit take over and heal me and tap in and be rejoiceful, be happy, be grateful, right? So when it comes to all of those little things, it makes you want to think, like, you disconnect from all that for the whole week just to connect to source, but then after Sunday is over, you're back at it again with the shenanigans, right? You're back at it again with the same vibes again. Will still bring you back to next Sunday, and you're gonna be like, oh, I'm so sorry I did this. But why put yourself in that cycle where you just feel like it's okay for you to just have one day of being holy and so righteous within your own self, and then 6 days of the week out of the 7 days of the week, you're just being whatever. That's what keeps us on a whole, pattern. That's what keeps us on still experiencing these traumatic experiences that we've been programmed to experience from our whole entire life. That's what keeps us into feeling sorry for ourselves 6 days a week, and then the 7th day you're like, oh, I'm feeling so grateful because I've done something for myself. How about we do that every single day? Yes, freedom beauty, I love that. We think of God as a separate being, but it's a faulty program. That's exactly what it is. When we think that's why we think, okay, cool, on Sunday, that's when we're connected to God. When God walks in us every single day, we are God. That's what I said when I first started this live. I said what my highest creation wants me to express. My highest creation is God. My higher self is God. I am God, right? And as long as I keep on staying connected to that source, to my higher self, to my spirit, I will be walking in godly form every single day of my life, right? But the moment I disconnect because I'm more into the ego, that's when I disconnect from source in a way or the other and just think I'm just human. We're not just human. We're multidimensional beings having a human experience. So within this flesh, there's a whole multidimensional experience within us. That's when spirit comes in, right? So that's what I mean by that. Is us staying in tune with spirit and moving with intention every single day of our life, in every single moment. That's what makes us so divinely in tune. Whether if it's us being in tune with our divine masculine or the divine feminine. And the thing about being, or God in general, our highest creation, is a fusion of of divine masculine and the divine feminine put together. That's the DNA, as you can see. Our DNA goes like that, right? It's a harmony, it's a synergy. All that, those two forces, those two opposites are having a dance, and they create who we are today, right? We are all one. It's the energy of oneness. We're one with everything, but sometimes from the programs, it's not even us mainly, but it's us choosing and subscribing to these ideologies that makes us feel like, we gotta see a separation between races. We gotta see separation between gender. We gotta see separation between religion, cultures, and all that stuff. That's us separating with the oneness of who we are, embracing the difference, embracing the opposition, right? Why do you think when a male and a female come together as one and then they procreate and create a whole creation in itself, it's so beautiful? It's because they become one to then bring one creation into the world. But if they were separated, if they always kept on thinking, I'm separate, oh, I'm different, oh, it's a fight, there won't be no harmony. And it's through harmony that then, birth happens, right? Because at one point in time we decided to come together as one and have that love expression to then bring life into the world in such a beautiful thing, right? So when it comes to that, just think about it from a whole bigger perspective. If all religions came together, if all humanity, when it comes to different races, different cultures, they came together as one, and they didn't see a separation between one another. Instead, they only saw love, unconditional love, and compassion. There won't be any wars. There will only be peace, love, and harmony, right? But because of the program, like, we are separate, or we gotta compete. But it's not about competing, it's about collaborating. Let me bring my energy in and show you what I'm all about, and you bring your energy in, you show me what you're all about, and we can all learn from one another and inspire each other on being the best version of ourselves. That's when it becomes beautiful. That's when we become one love, one frequency, one team, right? So it's mainly about that. Sometimes we feel like we gotta disconnect from the world, right? And it's okay to do so, right? But when you disconnect from the world, connect with yourself, because when you connect with yourself, with your inner self, you're truly reconnecting with the world as well on the spiritual level. Because we all are one. We're all experiencing life with the same essence. It might be looking differently from each and every one of us individually on a physical level, but the principle of things, the essence of things, it's all the same. Teaching us how to love one another better, how to love ourselves better. Because if we learn how to love ourselves better, we're able to love our neighbor better, right? You can only love somebody as much as you love yourself. The same way how you treat somebody is probably how you treat your own self. Because we are a reflection of one another. We always keep on saying, like, yo, we are a reflection of one another. So why do we treat somebody else bad and thinking that, yeah, we're doing good because we're treating them bad because we're playing defense? But should be told we're just treating ourselves bad. A part of us that they remind us of us, we're treating it bad because of a trigger, right? So at the end of the day, it's mainly about, why do we do that? And it's the program. That's what we gotta ask ourselves. The more we ask ourselves these questions, right? The more we ask ourselves, instead of just looking outside, but we ask ourselves these questions, we're able to understand and find the truth. Because we are the answer, right? You've always been the answer that you've always been looking for. You've always been the hero or shero that you've always been looking for. Nobody's coming to save you besides your own self. They can assist you 100%, but you're gonna have to put in the work. You know, somebody can make you a nice dish, food, bring you water, but you are gonna have to swallow that your own self. You're gonna have to eat that your own self. If you choose not to eat it, even though as much as they put it in your face, If you choose not to eat it, you ain't gonna swallow it. You ain't gonna eat it, right? So you gotta help yourself. Awareness is first. Freedom Beauty, I see you. Appreciate you. 100%. It's bringing that awareness. And that's what asking ourselves questions, that's what it brings the awareness. Why did I do this? Why do I feel so called to do these things or feel this way when somebody is saying this or saying that? That's what's gonna bring you that awareness. Like, self-awareness is powerful, right? But if you don't ask yourself those questions and you just keep on flowing through life without questioning anything, that's when you're being part of the program and being programmed 24/7. You're on autopilot now. You don't have that self-control. You're not moving with intention, right? And if you don't move with intention, you're just doing things just to do things without purpose. Because when you move with intention, you move with purpose. When you move with purpose, you are working through your highest calling, with your calling in general. Whatever you've been not even programmed, but you've been you chose to come here for a reason, right? In this world, as a soul, you came here to experience, but you also came here to have an impact, to inspire, right? So when you move with intention, you move in with your truest intention in life. When you move with intention, you're pursuing that purpose. You're doing things for a reason. And the more you do things for a reason, that's when you do things for your own why. When it comes to your why in life, why do you do things? And then it fuels you with so much energy. When certain challenges come into life, your why will be your strength that will push you through all these challenges and make sure that you accomplish them and overcome them, no matter what it is in life, right? But if you choose not to, that's when you will fall for everything. Because if you don't stand for something, you will fall for everything in life. So you gotta make sure you know what you stand for in life. You gotta make sure you know, like, what is your highest calling. If you move with integrity, nothing can waver you. Once you move with integrity, once you move with character, once you move with charisma, you're gonna be definitely being in tune with whoever you're wanting to be in life in general. Like, you gotta see yourself. You gotta have an aim. Because if you move through life, right, aimlessly, you cannot be upset at how the world around you reflects. Because you'll be moving like you have no goal in life. You have no milestone in life. You have no aim to where you want to go. So when things happen into your life and you're inviting all these energies that you're like, why? You're thinking like, what's going on? But it's because you didn't choose what frequency you're gonna stay in tune with. You didn't choose what things you're gonna allow in your energy field. You didn't choose that. Because sometimes we wake up in the morning, we're just like, yo, boom. First thing that we do in the morning is what? We just scroll through our phone. And through that program right there is basically moving us through. 100%. We walk blindfolded. Yo, Freedom, I see you, girl. Or I see you, boy. I don't know which one it is, but I see you. I feel that. I appreciate you, Dunker. I appreciate you. But that's mainly what it is. When we move through life blindfolded, what do we expect? When things happen to us, you're like, oh, it's happening to me, it's happening to me. Yeah, it's happening to you because you're allowing it. But if you ask yourself, why is it happening to you? Then you realize, like, it's not happening to you for real. It's happening for you to bring you that awareness. I gotta change myself. I gotta change my life. I gotta change my way of thinking. Because this is what it is. We always try to change our life outside of ourselves. Like, oh, I need to move out of this place. I need to go. I don't like this place. I gotta move out of here. I gotta change my job. I gotta change this. I gotta change that. But you changing that, if you don't change what's within you first, initially, which brought you to that experience, you can bet on it that whenever you change, whatever it's outside, you're going to experience the same thing. You're going to be attracting the same people, different faces, but with the same lessons, same situation, same workplace, same environment, with different experiences, but with the same lesson, with the same essence, right? What's up, Vino? What's good, you, man? But that's mainly what it is. And it's because you have not changed within your own self. there's something about us, right? When we attract certain things, like likes attracts likes. So something within you have attracted an experience, right? Whether you like it or you don't, you might have attracted that person into your life. Whether you like it or you don't, you might have attracted that energy into your life. Whether you like it or you don't, you might have attracted that work, that whatever the case may be, that might be triggering you, right? Gratitude to you also, my brother. Appreciate you, man. You might have attracted that, and it's because you, within your own self, with your own being, you're holding a certain frequency, right? That's matching to whatever you've been attracting to, right? Whether if it's through your childhood traumas, whether it's through your programs in life, your influences that you've been having, whether if it's through the energy that you chose to match, whether it's because of what you ate, what you listened to, what you watched, right? You program yourself enough to then bring and match in a certain experience that you're having today, tomorrow, or whenever it is. So that in itself is showing us, right, that we gotta come back to self and be like, okay, cool, if I don't like this person or how this person is treating me, what's within me that's allowing this, that has attracted this in my own experience? What is it? What was it? And when you sit down and really truly ask yourself that, by bringing that awareness in, you're gonna go in deeper, because these thoughts, like our brain, our mind is so powerful, because all we gotta do is just ask, and it is given. Knock, and it shall be open. Seek, and you will find, right? So when we have these kind of questions and ask all these other situations with our own self, our mind will open up, and then these thoughts will start coming in like, oh, maybe because of this, maybe because of that. And the first initial thoughts that we have is our true answer, right? But sometimes we're like, oh, we don't want this answer, so our brain then starts like, our ego starts like trying to find something else to answer that question by making us feel like, oh, it's not us, it's them. So then we play the victim. But it's never that. See, when you play the victim, you're basically giving your power away. You're saying like, oh, everything is happening to me, kind of situation, right? And you're giving your power away, but it's like, no, you have the strength to change your own life. But when you start thinking like you're a victim, you're thinking that they have to change you. They have to bring you that happiness that you want. They have to bring you that peace. They have to bring you this. They have to bring you that. When it's like, no. Because they can bring it to you for an instant moment to show you like, oh, this is how life can be. But when they go, then what happens? You're basically telling yourself that, oh, if they brought me happiness, when they leave, they can take it away from me. If they brought me joy, when they leave, they can take it away from me. If they brought me peace, when they leave, they can take it away from me. When it's never that. When you understand like, yo, you provide everything for your own self, and the universe is just a reflection of your own self, because we are the universe experiencing in itself, right? You understand like, yo, you brought this within you by yourself. But if you didn't bring that within you, if you don't have that consciousness that you brought this upon you, whether it is good or bad, you're giving your power away. And that's you disconnecting from God. Because you think, oh, God is going to give me, God is going to bless me. You are God, you are source, you are your highest self. Once you decide to tap into that energy, you become that, right? And if you try to disconnect that, then you're just giving yourself, again, your power away. And that's what we've been programmed to do through society, to give our power away, to think like this person outside of us that's going to help us out. There's this person outside of us that's going to save us. We got to save ourselves. Why do you, like, truth be told, right, even though we've been programmed like this, if we read in between the lines, there's always been the answer. Think about it like this way, right? Because you got to think about it from a higher perspective. Because when you tap into your higher self, you see it from a higher point of view, with a bird's eye view, and you're seeing what's going on here, right? But if we live through our ego, we're just seeing it from our point of view, and it's like, oh, this is this is that, and we're not seeing it from so, right? Oh yeah, by the way, happy Mother's Day to all the women around the world, and happy Father's Day as well, because I know it's Father's Day in Italy, so happy Father's Day to every father in the world as well, right? So when it comes to that, it's mainly about knowing this, right? Bringing it back to self again. When you look at it from a higher point of view, a higher perspective, we have always been given the answers, right? Think about it like this way. Right now, we call ourselves as creators. When it comes to like us producing, I don't know, some content, we are content creators, right? If we are creators, when we look at God, what is God? God is our creator, right? So if we are able to be content creators, if we are able to be creators, we are creating our own reality. Because in that moment in time when we're creating this content, we're creating something in this world. The same way how us as individuals, man and female, come together, we procreate a whole human being. We have that energy, that strength, that source, that power that creates a whole human being. If God created us and we're creating a whole human being, what does that make us? God in itself, right? If we are the universe experiencing itself, what does make us? That we are the universe. So we always had all these answers within ourselves, but we let that go over our minds sometimes, thinking like, oh, yeah, we are the universe experiencing itself. Yeah, we are multidimensional beings. Oh, yeah, we are spirit having a human experience. We think like that, but we don't let that ish sink in to the point like we're like, wow, we truly are spirit. And every time we get inspired, that means we are in spirit. When we get inspired to do something, it's our spirit saying like, yo, let's do it. And then when we do that thing, amazing things happen. We manifest our highest reality. And we're like, wow, how did that happen? It's because we were in tune with spirit. When something comes in, we act on it. Because that's why we have our bodies, right? This vessel, this physical, this vehicle is for us to get from point A to point B. The same way when we drive in a car, right? We hop in the vehicle, we go from point A to point B. Whichever vehicle you want to use, right? Because we have cars, we have trains, we have private jets, and depending on what we choose to tap into, we'll get there super fast, super slow, or whatever the case may be. You know, even your bike sometimes when you're cycling, that's your vehicle as well. You know, so if you compare your how fast you can go with a bike to how fast you can go with a car, to how fast you can go with a train, to how fast you can go with a private jet, it shows you what kind of vehicle you're choosing. And we can tune ourselves to the same mindset because it's a different frequency. Everything is vibration, right? Everything is energy. So bike is an energy, car is an energy, train is an energy, and private jet is an energy. And they all go at a different frequency, right? So same goes with our body. The more our body changes every single day. We have so many genes inside ourselves that every single day, every single moment we change, we transcend, we express ourselves in a different way, right? And it's always the power of the mind. So when we think and we stay in tune to a certain frequency, right now I'm playing a whole frequency, right? And it's tuning my whole experience to a whole different vibration. I could be listening to something different and it will tune me into a whole different vibration, and I will express myself in a certain way, right? So when you think that and you let that sink in, you realize like, wow, we can manifest life just like that instantly from our own belief or our own knowingness. And once we know who we truly are and how powerful we truly are, that's when we are unstoppable. We become limitless. Answers in the silence waiting for us. 100%. Yo, freedom, I see you. 100%. The more we quiet our mind, the more we let the ego stop talking, right? The more we find the true answers, because that's what we need within spirit. And understand this as well, right? We sometimes feel like, oh, the ego is bad. The ego is not bad. The ego is us. If we're looking at the ego as like, oh, that's something bad, that means that we are bad. And it's not that. It's not that. The ego is just a collection of programs that we've been programming ourselves to through influences when we were born. Whether if it's religion, culture, our parents, our caretakers, our teachers, our friends, all that are programs. They've been programming us, and then that been programming our ego, because the ego is us. So when we do say like, oh, I had an ego death. The ego death that you had is basically you just really shutting the ego down for a second to truly connect with source, to truly connect with your spirit. That doesn't mean you kill the ego. No. Because if you're still here in this life with this body, ego is there. 100%. That's your ego. Right? But when you had that ego death, that's like you taking a break from the programs, and then you truly connect with source, with self. And that's why we have that ego death when we truly meditate. People have ego death when like they have those breath works, those holistic breath works. People have these ego deaths when like they take psychedelics, right? It's because you truly are connecting with spirit, right? The moment you connect with spirit, that's when the ego just dies. If anything, just takes a break, goes out the room for a second. Simple as that. Just going out the room, but it will come back on point in time when you choose to, like, you know, come back into reality. That's why when it comes to meditation, right? You sit down, we breathe in, we breathe out, and depending on how long we are into this meditation, we go into our own mind, and we forget that we're inside our body, and we go into this different dimension, right? So when you go into that different dimension, that's when you're in one with source. But then after every other meditation, they tell you, okay, come back to your body now and start moving your body little by little, by moving your fingers, moving your toes, and then you open your eyes whenever you're ready. Because it's preparing you, it's an integration for you from you now going to a whole different dimension and staying in tune with spirit. You're now having a whole integration to coming back into this 3D reality with your body and your ego, right? That's where we gotta sync our mind, body, and soul together. That's how we are basically being the best version of ourselves. But if we feel like we're disconnected from one to the other, that's when we're not really being the best, greatest version of ourselves. So bringing it back to the topic, because I think I just went on a whole tangent and everything like that. Don't disconnect to reconnect, right? The main thing about this is about don't disconnect. Don't think that you're disconnected from one place by going to a different place just to reconnect to the same energy, because you have not changed, right? If we choose to disconnect from something, we gotta truly find out, why are we disconnecting it? Why are we choosing to disconnect from this? And have the whys, these bullet points, I guess you can say, on why you're disconnecting this. And then when you go into some other place, you will not fall for the same things again, right? This thought came into my mind. It's like we disconnected from watching the news, right? Because we know like what the news does, it brings us bad frequencies, right? So we stop watching the news. Beautiful. You disconnected from that situation. However, what do you do nowadays? You're on social media, and sometimes or TikTok, whatever the case may be, and sometimes we don't even know what we're watching because we just choose to follow whoever we choose to follow, right? And then we just hear watching, scrolling through stuff, and we don't even know that sometimes when we are scrolling through certain things, we watch certain things that bring so much pain, and that's still making us feel bad about ourselves. So even though we disconnected from the news, now you're just watching certain things that still making you feel bad about yourself or about the world or about whatever it may be. So still you reconnecting to something that's giving you that same vibration that the news was giving you, right? When we're on social media trying to compare ourselves to others and da-da-da-da, how do you feel about that? You feel a little upset. You feel like you're not meant to be where you're meant to be because you're comparing yourself to something else. And now you feel bad about yourself, and then now you're going to be looking at it like, oh man, why am I connecting again to the same thing that I disconnected to because it made me feel bad? But now I got it at the tip of my finger, and I'm just scrolling through life. So my advice to y'all, just to make it quick, because I don't know how long I've been on. I didn't even check the time that I came on. But is this. Be mindful of what you choose to connect to. Be mindful and realize what is it that you want to be. Choose, move with intention. Every single rising that you come into life, into this world, to the experience of life, right? Be mindful and take time to truly tap in and decide, okay, cool, how am I going to live my day today? I'm going to have a blissful day today. I'm going to be having the impact for the better on people's life today. I'm going to be the change that I want to see in others. I'm going to be that today. And by you dictating that and proclaiming that into your life, into your experience, in this moment in time, especially when you fully wake up, watch it how it resonates through life, through your day, through every day that you do. Because as long as you really stay in tune and move in intention with everything that you do, that will reflect that. And do that for 1 day, and 2 days, 3 days, to a whole week, after a whole week, 2 weeks, a whole month, 3 months, a whole year. Watch how your life will definitely change when you start truly moving with intention. Every moment. And it might be a challenge. It will be a challenge. But it's simple. Whether if it's easy or difficult, it depends on your mindset. But you can definitely get it done. I believe in you. And we have examples of people that have been already done it. So it shows us like, yo, if they're able, we are capable as well. Yep. Goals is fully anchored in the 5D, bringing it to the 3D. I love that. This is what it is. I love that question, by the way. I definitely think like, yes, they are. Like goals, our inspirations, our thoughts, our mindset, whatever our vision, if anything, right? Because that's where it comes from. Us having a goal, before you even have a goal, you gotta have a vision, right? So that vision that you have, it happens within you. And if it happens within you, that means it happens in spirit. That's why I said, when you're feeling inspired, that's when you're in spirit. So you being in spirit, you being inspired, is you having that vision like, oh, this is how life can be. This is what I could do right now, right? And your spirit has already done it because it has already foreseen how life can be. That's why you got excited about it, right? Because you fully foreseen it and you're like, oh shoot, I'm super excited. Let's do it, right? And then it's when you have to do this, let's do it, get it? You have to do it through your experience, your actions, through your body, through your vessel. And that's when we bring it into fruition. So it does take time, which is things I must experience, right? And that's something that you experience in the realm. And that's why we say time is a man-made thing. Well, guess what? It is a man-made thing. Why? Because we are having this human experience. So us as men and humans in general, we go through time, which is things I must experience. So even though it happens like that in the 5D, because spirit is just so multi-dimensional that it just happens like that, it can go from here to here 2 seconds in a split second. Our bodies, our vehicles, just like I said, as frequencies from cars to trains to private jets or whatever the case may be, it holds a different frequency. So we cannot go from A to B just like that. We can walk, we can run, we can jump, but it will still take time, which is things I must experience, right? Freedom, beauty. I wouldn't say it's a hard journey. It's a challenging journey, but whether if it's hard or easy, it all depends on how you see it, right? Because something that you've mastered your own self, and it took practice, right, for you to master something. Initially, it might have looked hard, like, oh, how can I get this done? Oh, it's going to take so long, But you would just keep on doing it. You've mastered it now. That now, whatever it might have took you, like, maybe 3 hours to get through, now it takes you, like, 5 minutes or 30 minutes to get through it. It's all because you've mastered yourself. And somebody else that has not mastered it might look at it like, oh, wow, that's so hard. How do you even do that, right? But you can then tell them like, oh, it's not even hard, man. It's easy. Like it's natural now because you program yourself, you train yourself, and it's muscle memory, right? It gets easier. It gets easier and easier and easier. I love that. That's what it is. That's the mindset. Like it's only going to get easier. Yes, you don't have to. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to become great. And once you start, once you actually develop yourself and keep on executing by being committed and being consistent, things will only get better from there. And it will only get easier and easier and easier. Hey Kim, Grand Rising. I see you. How you feeling? So that's mainly what it is. And thank you. I'm shining, I'm glowing. Hey, it's just, it's the vibes, man. It's the vibes. But that's mainly what I'm saying. Right? So whatever we think, we will achieve. So if you think things are going to be hard, they will be. If you think things are going to be easy, they will be. And they are. 100%. Depending on how you feel. And that's the key. Feeling is the secret. Thank you. Appreciate you, Kim. The feeling is the secret. She said I'm glowing. You know what? I feel like when I speak about these things, that's when, spirit glows through me. And that's mainly what it is. If you think about it from this point of view, right? When you're doing what it doesn't truly resonate with your spirit, you might feel drained. You might feel like, right? However, when you do things that are in sync with your spirit, that are in tune with your spirit glows, right? And it shows through your energy. It shows through your aura. It shows through your frequency. So that's mainly what it is. I love to do these kind of talks. I love to do these kind of things and help the world because it helped me in my own self. I know my spirit, my soul is here to impact the world to a better way to live. To look at things from a different point of view. From a higher point of view. Right? From a point of view of unconditional love, which is the highest frequency. So when you look at things from the highest frequency, from unconditional love, you don't see no separation. You don't see no discrimination. You don't see no racism. You don't see no separation through gender, culture, race, age, whatever. We're all one. And that's what unconditional love is. Oneness. So that's mainly what it is. Now, I was thinking about something else, but I forgot. You know how I go, man. I just go I flow. But as long as I stay on the right frequency, everything that's flowing through me, it's beneficial. And that's mainly what it matters, right? Because, the journey is never linear. The journey is just like, ooh, it goes everywhere. You go places, you go from here to there to there to that just to get to the same spot. And that's beautiful about it, It's like a whole spider web. It has many different angles, but it all comes back to center. All connected, which we all are. We're all connected. Everything is connected. And that's what it is sometimes. Sometimes you can only make sense of things by looking backwards, and you can only connect the dots by looking backwards. Like, ooh, I have to go through this, and that just to be where I am here right now. And if it wasn't for this, and that, I wouldn't know what I know now. That's why I stay grateful for every experience. Never regret any experience, because every experience that you lived through and experienced has given you this inner wisdom that you can come with, has given you this energy that you can come with, has given you this awareness that you can come with right now. But the moment you start regretting it, that's the moment you start letting go of your blessings. Because those lessons gave you those blessings. Don't let that go over your head. That's where the blessings rely in. It's on those lessons that you experienced in life. Even how challenging it was or how beautiful it was still a lesson for you. For you to experience. Not anybody else, but for you. Because you are the best instrument for you to experience that, and then at the end of the day convey that same message that you've learned from. We have so much value within our own self from what we experienced in life that we can give to somebody else that's probably experiencing it right now. But if we don't cherish those lessons, we're never able to assist the other person and be like, oh, I see where you are, because that was me 10 years ago, 5 years ago, yesterday even probably, right? And I can help you. I can tell you what I did to better my life, so then you can do that same thing. You don't have to wait maybe years and years and years to develop that, because I just told you, right? So it's mainly that we grow through our own lessons to then be impactful and inspire others to do wherever they are, to help others. That's why we have our own experiences, and that's why you can be like, okay, cool. Let me just say, like, if you're trying to lose weight right now, who do you look up to? Somebody that was where you were and was able to change and lose their own weight, right? So that's why you look up to those mentors, those trainers, those teachers, tutors, whatever the case may be. You look up to them so you can learn from them, because they were where you are. I mean, yeah, exactly. They were from where you are, and they were able to change your life and be where you want to be. That's mainly what it is. Shout out to all the people out here just vibing with your boy. It's all good. So that's mainly what I'm saying to you guys. It's truly ask yourself, bring that awareness in, right? So be mindful every rising that you wake up to, and before you go to sleep, right? Be mindful of what you tune into, because whatever you tune into when you first wake up or when you first go to sleep, hey, Russians in the house. Oh, yeah, you know what it is. Yeah. Let me go. Basically, whatever you wake up to and whatever you go to sleep to, procreates your reality, whether if it's in the dream world or whether if it's in this real world. Because truth be told, this world is just a dream world. It's just a reflection of the dream world. Because if you had a good night's sleep and you dream about something really good and what you're gonna do tomorrow, you can bet on it. When you wake up, you feel super excited, super motivated, like, yo, I'm about to get this done, I'm about to get this done, this done, because you literally had a dream about it. Hey Selena, how's it going? And all that good stuff. So really think about it. Just think about it like back in the days when you were a child, right? And you knew like you had to go to school tomorrow, but you had to go on a school trip that you were super excited about, like, oh my god, kind of vibe, right? So the moment that you can't even go to sleep anymore because you're super excited. Hey Selena, how's it going? Because you're super excited, right? But when you do go to sleep, what happens? You're just dreaming about like what you're gonna be experiencing the next day in this trip, right? And then when you wake up in the morning or in the rising, you get super excited. You're like, yo, I'm ready to go to school today. Even though you don't like school, but because of the trip that you're gonna go into, you're super excited, right? That's the same energy that we be waking up to every single rising in our adult life. Whether you're going to work or the job that we don't really super appreciate, whatever the case may be, we should find excitement into that. Because it's all through our mindset, right? And our vision, how we want to experience things. We can go to a job that's so draining, but we can make it entertaining from how we want to do things and how we see it. Oh, let's make it a game. Make a game out of your job, your exercise and everything like that. Have fun with it, because the more you have fun with it, the more you're able to enjoy the experience. And at one point in time, if that job is not meant for you, you've placed yourself in such a frequency that you still enjoyed it, that you know what, now you're bigger than that. You outgrown whatever that box that you were in. You outgrown it, and now you're gonna be jumping into the next beautiful experience. But if you put yourself in this place where like, oh, I don't want to do it, I don't want to go, and you're not really outgrowing your space. You're just shrinking yourself even more into that little box. And how are you gonna leave that box? How are you gonna leave that reality if you don't outgrown and by getting into a higher frequency that gets you out of there? Because for you to even experience that reality is because your mindset put you there. You thought it was okay with you. She said, what is wrong? What is right? What you mean? Everything is right on this side. You feel me? But yeah. So that's mainly what it is. So if you guys have any questions, I feel like I went on a tangent for a little bit. If you guys have any questions, let me know what's up. It's about, before I even bring it to that, it's all about the self-talk as well. Because that self-talk program us, right? So how do we speak about to ourselves, or how do we speak to anybody else as well? It's programming who we are. I'm all great, man. I'm feeling amazing. And I'm only getting better. How are you? How are you? So that's mainly what it is. When we have that self-talk, how we talk to ourselves is how we feel about ourselves and how we view about ourselves. So even though sometimes we make mistakes, right? Like I said to you guys, you don't have to be great to start. We have to start to become great, right? And we are a masterpiece and a work in progress simultaneously, you know? So when we have this understanding, we're able to make mistakes and still have compassion for ourselves through those mistakes. Because even through those little imperfections, that's us being perfect, right? Through those imperfections, that's us being perfect to learning how to become better. So when people think like, oh, I'm not perfect, you are. Oh, I'm not where I'm meant to be, you are. This is just the way for you to be in this place right here, right now, to go into the next stage. You gotta start from somewhere, right? From you to go from level 1 to level 10, you gotta start from level 1 to then build yourself up to level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 till you get to 10. So embrace every moment, every experience that you're experiencing. Embrace it as this is for me. I am perfect. I am perfectly aligned with whatever it can be. Even though it might look like it's not perfect to others, it's not. Because it's perfect for you to get yourself to where you need to get to, right? My current situation is not my final destination, no matter what. So your current situation, wherever you are right now, that's not your final destination. That's just your initial destination to get you where you need to get to. As long as you have an aim and focus to where you want to get to. Right? What's up, Limpy? How's it going? So that's mainly what it's all about. It's about having that inner standing, that inner awareness on where you're gonna get to in life, and having that mindset and outlook of life. Like, yo, I am grateful for where I am. I am grateful for what I'm experiencing, because it's teaching me something. I'm learning something. I'm healing from something. Right? And from that whole experience in itself, you get to experience life in a blissful way, because the vibration of gratitude, it's love. And when you look at things from love, when you look at things from compassion, you're able to enjoy things more, right? But if you look at things from regret, from upset, from anger, from you're not gonna enjoy it. Instead, it's the opposite. Right? So be mindful on how you speak about everything. How you speak to yourself, how you speak about others, how you speak about your own life. Because we are casting spells through our language, through how we talk, through how we express ourselves, to whatever vibration we feel like channeling into, right? We're definitely experiencing that. And let me give you another gem, right? So you know how television is, right? Television is tell a vision. So for every channel that you're channeling into, right? We think about it like when we're channeling, as a spiritual beings, we're channeling something, we're channeling to source, and it's channeling through us, right? So if we think about it on a perspective on the physical realm, when you're watching TV, I'm sorry, where you from? I'm from all around the world. I'm not bound to anything, you feel me? Nah, but I was born in Italy, lived in the US, and all that good stuff. Anyway, when you're turning on the TV, which is a television box, it's telling you a vision through this box, right? You have channels. And for each channel that you're flicking through, there's a program. And from each program that you're watching into, TV program, whatever it can be, series, is programming you to see and feel and hear and envision your life in a certain way. Because that's why when you're seeing something happen to somebody on TV, you're thinking like, oh shit, if it happened to him, it could happen to me. You know, that's why when you watch a horror movie, you're not in the movie, right? But you're getting scared. Cool. But then all of a sudden you turn the TV off, and then if you turn the lights off in your own house, you're like, shoot, you're just here thinking like, oh my God, is this gonna happen to me? Da, 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 da. Because you decided to channel and be programmed by that show right there. Right? So on the same wave, when it comes to the television, people say, oh, I don't watch TV no more. Beautiful, you don't watch that. But what do you watch now? YouTube. And what does YouTube have? Channels, literally channels with every individual. Like I have a YouTube, so you know I'm a YouTuber, right? So I have a channel in my YouTube. So when people come into my channel, they get programmed to my vibrations. Right now, you guys are watching me right now on live. You're being programmed. You're being tapped into my frequency. So I'm programming you because I'm just talking. I'm expressing to you whatever the case may be. But luckily enough, you're being programmed to a higher frequency because of the things that I'm listening to and the things I'm talking to you about. Give you awareness. And when you are aware, you're going up there. You're looking at things from a whole different perspective, a bird's eye view. Hey Sandra, how's it going? Grand rising, grand rising. That's mainly what it is. So right now, we've disconnected from watching the TV, but we reconnected to watching certain things on our phone. Whether if it's YouTube, whether if it's TikTok, whether if it's Instagram, whether if it's social media, we have reconnected to something else. And depending on what we decide to subscribe to on YouTube, we're aligning ourselves with that situation. Whatever we decided to follow, and now it's 555 over here. Whatever you decided to follow on Instagram through profiles, you're gonna be subscribing to. You're gonna be channeling to. You're gonna be being in tune with that. That's why you gotta be mindful of who you follow. You gotta be mindful of what you subscribe to. You gotta be mindful of what you channel into. That's why I said, do not disconnect just to reconnect, because you've disconnected to that. But truly find out what made you connect to that in the first place. What program were you programmed to, or what frequency were you on for you to be connected to that thing, for you then to disconnect, but then you're reconnected to something else that is the same thing, just a different source, just a different outlet, just a different vehicle to give you that same frequency. Because why? Because you have not changed your own self. You have not changed your own mindset, thinking like, oh, okay, cool, I've attracted this into my life. So since I've attracted this into my life, I gotta change the person that I am, that it's catered to be attracting this situation in general. I gotta change myself. And for you to change yourself, you gotta reprogram yourself. For you to reprogram yourself, you're gonna have to literally keep on working on yourself, committing to yourself. 555, changes and expansion. Woo! And what are we doing right now? We are changing. We are changing our frequency. We are expanding our frequency. We are expanding our horizon. We are expanding our way of viewing things. Giving you a different perspective to life. Right? So that's what it shows. So, and there's 5 people in the room right now. I love that. You already know the vibes, man. We are aligned. Hey, shout out to you guys for being in tune with this frequency. Shout out to you guys for being in tune with this awareness. Shout out to you guys for being in tune with this energy, with this essence. Because that means you are working on yourself. And that's why I've been saying, I'm going to save this live anyway. So you're going to watch back and see the synchronicities and how life plays out, right? You've been tuning into the right energy to heal yourself. This is Sunday Healing Services. You already know what it is, man. So it's mainly about that. Understand and overstand your experience. And when you're able to overstand that and declare and decide to tap into that energy, life is amazing. Life is it's a beautiful expression of that. And you will experience that if you choose to see it as that. Not just through your physical eyes, but through your third eye, through spirit. Yes, we definitely got to keep observing our egoic mind. Sandra, you already know the vibes, man. You already know the vibes. We definitely got to keep on observing it. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Observation. It doesn't mean have a conversation with it. Observe. Witness it. Don't engage with it. Because the moment you engage with it, the moment you're just now having a whole conversation, whether if it's an argument, whether if it's da-da-da-da, you're engaging. No. Witness it. What's going on? See it. Put yourself outside of yourself. Third eye point of view. Bird's eye view. Right? Look at it from a different perspective. And that's when you're able to let it sink in and be like, wow, okay. Because that's what meditation does to you. And does for you. Right? It helps you to observe these thoughts. And the more you observe these thoughts, the more you observe in meditation, and the more you absorb. Do you support RN? I support everybody that are on the highest frequency. The more you observe on this physical realm what's going on around you, rather than to engage, whether if something is coming at you right now to bring you to a lower frequency by arguing with you, observe it. Don't react, respond. Because when you respond, that means you are in control. When you react, you just be in control because you're reacting to what action is coming towards you, right? But when you respond, you're having a responsibility in that response, and you're choosing to be responsible from how you convey your message, from how you gonna show up for the world, for how you gonna reconnect with this individual, with the situation, with this source, or with this pundit. Allow and respond. Yes. Beautiful. Don't judge your ego. And this is what I'm. Yo, Sandra, you're on point, because I know you just tuned in, but I just literally spoke about it before. Like, let's not be the ego. The ego is us through our program, influences, and all that good stuff. So we shouldn't go against it. We shouldn't judge it. We shouldn't, fight it. We should embrace it. If anything, we should give it love. Because the more we give love to it, the more it heals. Because hurt people, right? But when you give those hurt people love, they heal. Then they decide not to be hurt anymore. Right? So same goes with our ego. Sometimes our ego is hurt from whatever the case may be, from traumas, from experiences, from programs, and it's scared. Right? So us giving it love, unconditional love, we're telling the ego it's a safe space. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to let go, because the ego likes to hold on to certain ideas and ideology because of, oh, but they did this to me, they did that to me, this is what happened to me. So no, I'm scared. No, it's a safe space. It's okay. It's okay. Because everything that we experience in life, it's a co-creation with one another, with whatever's going on around us. It's us. It's we are the universe experiencing itself, right? So we are co-creating with the world. We are co-creating with the people in our life. We are co-creating with the experiences in our life. And from how we move with our intention, we can either co-create a beautiful experience, or we can co-create the opposite by giving it energy and focusing on that, right? So always be mindful and think, what are you focusing on? Because whatever you focus on, that's where the energy will flow through, right? So with that being said, I think I spoke enough. I don't know how long I've been on now, because I can keep on flowing like this 24/7, 365. But if you guys have any questions, anything that you want to chime in and join in and talk about, let's do it. We're here to experience one another. I'm glad I caught you live. Thank you. Hey, I'm glad that you came through. I appreciate you. You feel me? And this live is going to be saved for everybody else to watch through. So if you're here right now in this live experience, that's beautiful. But if you're watching it after after it's been saved, it's still beautiful. You're still catching the same frequency. Thank you for spreading light. Hey, thank you for even receiving it and being here to experience it with me. That's mainly what it is. I am grateful for each and everybody that's been here, vibing with your boy, interacting with your boy, engaging with your boy. That's love. That just shows like I'm not the only one thinking in this way. We all think this, and this is what it is. This is me just reminding you of who you truly are. Everything that I'm expressing, that you see through me, is something that's within you. I'm just a reminder. I'm just a gentle reminder to the love that you have within you. Once you decide to tap into it, the guides, the guidance, the frequencies that you have within you. Once you decide to tap into it, because remember, we are multi-dimensional beings, so we're experiencing all these situations, but we're deciding to which one we want to experience more and which one we want to experience less. I want to experience more love. I want to experience more light. I want to experience more kindness. I want to experience more generosity. I want to experience more abundance. I want to experience more prosperity. And that's why I am that. To the point like when I wanted to, now I am that. Now I am prosperous. Now I am light. Now I am love. Now I am generosity. That's why I'm here like expressing myself abundantly to like I don't even know what time it is to anymore. Like what time do we even type into? So we are all that. And when we choose to be that, that's when life just gets blissful and blissful and blissful. And everything that we put out into the universe, it comes back to us 10 times. Because we've been doing that, especially intentionally. Because when you do things with intentions, you get more out of it. But if you do things just to do things, then you just get less because you don't know your value that you bring it into the situation, right? More love, more joy, more creativity, more abundance, more resourcefulness. Come on, guys, let's do it. We are love community. That's what it is. It's all about love. So, Brother P, what's up, man? We're all about love. The highest frequency. Unconditional love is the highest frequency too. You feel me? Abracadabra, baby. You already know what it is, so Brother P. He knows, man. Unity. We're all one, yes. We're all one. And that's what we're here. We're here experiencing each other. So that being said, my people, engage with your boy. If you want to send a request, send a request. Let's vibe for a bit, you know, before I dip out. And all that good stuff. If not, if you send some questions, if you have any questions you want to ask, I shall answer. You feel me? I'll be grateful and happy to answer the questions. It's all gravy, baby. You already know what it is, man. Hey, it's beautiful. It's been beautiful. And this is what it is. This Sunday services that I'm going to be doing every single time, they're going to be free flow. I thought maybe I should just do it where like I make notes so that I can just stick to the script rather than me just going wherever it goes. But sometimes it's beautiful to like have how can I say, a nice foundation, but then also let the energy flow through you and don't stick to just one little thing because you're not bound. Don't limit yourself to the script. Be free. Be free. Be free, right? So Brother P, you just sent the request. Appreciate you, man. Accept it. I'm pretty sure I did. It's not letting me accept it. Oh yeah, let's accept it. Jeez, look at you with your shades on. What's up?
Well, I seen you had your shades, so I thought, you know what? We're like the Black and East version of the Blues Brothers, man.
You feel me? You feel me? I feel that, bro.
I feel you. I feel you. I'm just checking in to see if you're okay.
I'm feeling amazing, bro. I'm so grateful, full of gratitude right now. I'm just vibing super high, man. And I didn't even have breakfast yet. I only ate an apple today. And look at how I'm vibing already. Like, I went to sleep around 6 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever, last night. Yeah. And I'm still here. I just had an apple. And I'm flowing through abundance. And it's because that's the frequency I chose to tap into today.
And you're stepping into your force as the true king you were always meant to be.
Indeed. I had to experience myself through that. And that's why I said I appreciate all my experiences because it made me who I am today. If it wasn't for my experiences, it wasn't for me learning through my experiences, I wouldn't be here, be able to express myself in how I'm expressing right now, right? I would be just still shaky and whatever because we always, as we are, you know, masterpieces and work in progress simultaneously, We think like, oh, we gotta be great to start something. No, we gotta start something to become great. And through us being committed, consistent, we get to experience more, and we get to dive into a whole different experience about like, oh, now I understand why this happened to me before. Now I understand why I was able to attract this situation before, and we're able to like, learn.
That's
And then,
why hindsight's a beautiful thing, man. Because sometimes when you're stuck in that spiritual hurricane where there's chaos all around you, and you've got partners, ex-partners, friends, ex-friends, when you're on this path, a lot of people will leave your life.
yeah.
And sometimes it's shitty, man. Sometimes you think, man, but it's just the universe getting these people out the way so better ones can come in.
Literally, because that's what it is. Sometimes certain people kept you in a box, right? You didn't have a circle. You had a cage. And the more you vibrate higher, the more you change your mindset, the more you decide to like, oh, I'm thinking differently, these people are gonna shut off. It's like you being a snake and shedding off your old skin. Like these people have been holding on to you and they're shedding off for you to become a better version, for you to become that butterfly. If you were a caterpillar, you're not becoming a butterfly because you're flying in your own experience. And through you being a butterfly, you will find other butterflies to vibe with. Feel me?
And you're the prettiest black butterfly I've ever seen in my life.
Oh man, stop it.
I'm the prettiest yellow butterfly you've ever seen.
100%. Hey.
Well, why didn't you say it then?
Okay, my bad.
You were thinking it.
Finish, bro.
You were thinking it. You were thinking it.
I was really thinking it. I'm like, yo, reflection.
Okay.
Bro.
Okay. Look, I just wanted to come and say your work is appreciated, man, and you shine like no other. Always give yourself that credit. That maybe I know, but Pisces, it's nice to be told. Natasha, that. Compliments will get you everywhere, lady. She says, handsome men. Hey. I'll get out of here.
Hey. But do you see how we do it, right?
Yeah.
As Pisces, right? When somebody gives us a compliment, like, oh, stop it.
I know. It's typical Pisces.
We should just, instead we should be like, thank you. I appreciate you for recognizing
me. Let's try again.
Let's try again. Again. You start first.
I gone. Okay, so Natasha's just commented, handsome men.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, you go.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Natasha, for recognizing the person that I am. You feel me? Hey, I see you. Okay. Nick, your turn.
Well, it's not very often that I get told I'm handsome. So Natasha, coming from a goddess like you, it's a high tier compliment.
Ooh, I like that.
You see what I've done there? You see what I've done halfway through?
That's awareness, bro. I see you.
That's
bro.
just for you. That's just for you.
I thank you.
All right. So, listen, keep on shining, brother. And we're always, what's the best thing about this path? One of the greatest things is we're all teachers and pupils at the same time, and we're not always going to connect with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But when the right ones come along, and you might have a disagreement about something. I don't listen to everyone. Limpy will tell you. I don't listen to everyone, but I take on board people that I respect, man.
That means a lot. That means a lot,
Right. And don't other people expect same treatment.
No, 100%. But what I'm saying to you, like, it means a lot to me, right? Because all I wish is the best for anybody in general. I know. So when I speak, it's more. It always comes out of love. Never comes like, oh, I want you to treat me this way. It's more like out of love. So like when you receive it, it just shows me like there are people that no matter how old they are or how long they've been experiencing.
What did you just say?
No.
Oh my! I take it back. Back.
No matter how young they are, no matter how long.
You cheeky son of a bitch. Hey, Limpy, take this guy off the Christmas card list. No, listen, man. I take it, brother. Honestly, I take it on board. I hear what you're saying, and you know what? In the grand scheme of things, we're doing all right, man. We're doing all right. Know that our ancestors and our guides, and whoever looks down on us, they chose well when they chose people like you and I and the other beautiful souls in the room. You know, they
That's a real thing.
chose well. All the generational trauma, the karmic contracts, it stops with us, brother. And no matter how young you are, hey, just remember, I'm a Pisces as well, so I know, and I'm a dark Pisces. So every thought you've had, I feel,
you're on
yeah.
But this is what I'm saying, and I digress for saying, you know, how, I mean, like, for how long you've experienced life, because life has just been a whole program, right? So sometimes we feel like if we experience life for so long that now we're like, I don't know, however age we are right now, it's harder for us to reprogram ourselves, but it's never that. It's the mindset that we have.
It's not,
So
go on, sorry, go on.
No, so that's what I was saying, because it means so much to me, because I know that I've been kind of like telling my own parents certain things, and they still choose to stay programmed in that own program,
because
right?
Because you can't save everyone.
Exactly. But the fact that I'm able to speak to you and then you take it on board and like, you know what?
Yes. I see. So you're saying I'm as old as your father now?
No,
this is I'm going. Forget Friday at 21:21. It's over. Your ages. Like that, bro. Your ages. Listen, man, I hear you. I hear you. It's kind of like a backhanded compliment. Sometimes Pisces, even though you've got a beautiful grasp of the English language, with me, sometimes you say it wrong, but we'll get there. We'll get there.
I gotta learn how to speak properly. This is what it is.
No, brother, you speak like a poet, man. The words flow, but I don't know what it is with me and you, but you always say and I go, what's he talking about? And then I remember your Pisces and your intentions on the whole are golden, man. And Limpy, listen, me and Limpy know we've done a lot of readings. We've had a lot of readers and healers, and I come in the room and I seen her sitting there and I thought, okay, so me and Limpy know if you're cool, then we Afro knees. Look at you got some beautiful souls in this room, man. You really have. And you know, show some love for the host, man. So what are you doing next Friday?
Well, next Friday I have a whole date session, and it's called the Rush Hour Readings.
Okay.
With this beautiful, handsome, divine, quantum healing man or king.
Okay. So now you've said the ages thing. Now you're going on the racist thing because my dad's from Hong Kong.
Oh my God.
Listen, I've had loads of these gummies, so I'm going to bounce because I just wanted to come and show you some love and just say, look, man, good things are coming, man. Good things are coming. All we've got to do is carry on being our authentic selves and look at the stunning women that are in the room.
I appreciate
you know what I mean? Come on, man. These women don't. Real. I said that before. You must be psychic.
It's just a reflection, man. You're a man.
Oh, he's good. Limpy, put him back on the Christmas card list. Listen, make sure you're following this guy. He's one hell of a reader. He's a cool cat, and you know, he's easy on the eye for you ladies, man.
I like that. But so are you, bro.
Brother. I know, and whatever I see in you is abundant in me.
Indeed.
You know, and it's hard for the Pisces because. Listen, man, I don't care what other people say. Fair enough. Yeah, it's easy. You're right. You see, teachers and pupils. So it's easy. It's easy for a Pisces to truly feel someone's fucking soul, the energy to go beyond the physical, man. And when you see, like, there's someone here, you know, one's just come in and Limpy, 2 earth angels, man. We are blessed. We are, honestly, because only other earth angels can see other earth angels truly.
It's a different frequency.
And I don't mean no disrespect to anyone, but it's true. We've worked hard, and a lot of people in this room have worked hard to get where we are energetically. And with all due respect, you have to set these boundaries with people. And if it means falling out with people, but you know, that so be it. Because you'll notice when you set healthy, loving boundaries for yourself, the right people will applaud it and say, about time.
Yeah.
And then the others, like you were talking about before, start being all arsey. Oh, is it? You've changed. Oh, you've changed.
Yeah,
Do you know
and
what I
that's what we're
mean?
supposed to be. We're supposed to be changing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
From caterpillars to butterflies, we're supposed to be changing,
yeah,
you know? So
yeah,
I love that because that's what it is as well. I remember when in my past days, it was hard for me to set boundaries. But now it's easy for me to set boundaries and speak my truth, no matter if my voice shakes. Because it's like,
yeah,
I've changed, I'm grown, I've learned from those lessons, and I realized, okay, cool, when I wasn't setting boundaries, I was kept on receiving everything that I was receiving, and it's because I was people pleasing, I was still accepting people into my life and da 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 da. Where it's like, you know
yeah,
what?
yeah,
Now
yeah,
I'm not with it anymore. You know, like I'm done people pleasing, and I'd rather please myself so I can please everybody else as well in the best way possible, right?
yeah,
So at
yeah,
that point in time, I do have to set those boundaries and only
yeah,
be mindful and intentional of who I bring into my awareness and
yeah,
into my experience, because
yeah.
it
And
co-creates with me.
yeah, and you have to be super uber selective of who you allow into your sacred space because our energy is unique. We've worked very hard to get where we are energetically, and there's some really good comments. The pain is insane, but wouldn't change a
Yes,
thing. No going back once on the journey. So look at the people that are gravitating
I love
towards you,
that.
man. Whether there's 8 people, 80, there'll be a time. I'm telling you now, there'll be a time when there's going
800,
to be 800 people, and I'll
800.
go. I told you.
You know.
I told you.
And it's funny because
Hey,
everything that they're saying, sorry to interrupt you,
go on, go on.
everything that they're saying is literally what I've been saying on this live. So if you watch
Oh,
back afterwards,
okay,
it's like
okay.
real recognize real.
Yeah,
We're in the same frequency. We don't have to even tell each other what's up. We already know what's
yeah,
up.
yeah,
We
yeah. You
speak in the
see,
same language.
when me and this guy have a personal like chat, you know, it's just me and him. It goes, especially Pisces as well. This is what I was going to say. Someone said you're right. Thank you for the reminder, Lindsay Stamp. Yeah, absolutely, man. What was I going to say?
When we have a
Yeah,
chat.
what?
You said when we have
Well,
a chat, me and you have a
well,
chat
yeah,
and
oh, yeah,
private
shit,
session.
yeah, I'm so stoned, man. So when we're having a chat, you know, this path goes beyond telepathy, and with Pisces, it's like we're talking now, but me and you are dancing with witches in other dimensions. Me, you, Earth Angel, Limpy, Tash are all in another dimension, having a drink in the fucking witching bar. Do you know what I mean? Because we dance with other souls in other dimensions. And the fact that we can do that while we've got a smile on our face and still send the healing and the cards and making chakras spin between the two of us, then that's sheer magic, baby.
That's wonderful magic. OMG. It brings so much love within me to then just pour into the world, to the other people. That's what it is. When we heal one individual, it's a domino effect.
Yeah,
So then the other individual will heal the people around them. So we're thinking, yeah, we're healing. There's 8 in the room right now, so we're healing 8 people in the room. But those 8 people in the room are connected to other, 5 to 10 individuals that we'll see today. And the fact that
yeah,
we placed a certain frequency onto these 8 people in the room, when
yeah,
they come out of this live and then go interact with anybody else, they will bring that frequency that we just give onto them to them, and then they're healing the world as well. So that's why we're healing one soul at a time, and no
yeah,
matter how many people we get engaged with that 1 minute or that one session,
yeah,
it reflects and it goes into
yeah.
it's like a butterfly effect, basically.
It is absolutely, and could everyone give the Candyman a follow, please? He's a cool cat and he's got some good products.
Candy, yeah.
Yeah, Candyman, sending love and healing energy to you all. Always stay uniquely you. Beautiful, beautiful. You know,
Feeling
I
the
always think,
vibes.
I always think, right, that doing these readings, right, and doing the healing. Oh, something's just come into my mind. There's been a really good response with regards to the maybe one-time deal that me and you talked about on Friday, where it's a private reading with both of us.
Okay.
It's like it's going to be about an hour, maybe just a bit over an hour. There's going to be like obviously multiple readings, multiple healings, sound baths, meditation, and it's just me and Jeff. And what place did we say?
What place? Either we can do it Zoom.
99, wasn't it?
Oh, the price.
Yeah,
Yeah, 9.99.
yeah, the price. 99
9.99.
was it?
9.99.
99, 99, 99, yeah.
9.99. You already know what it
Nine.
is, man.
Okay. So £99 English UK pound, and it's probably it's a one-time thing, and we've had a good response to it. But I just wanted to put it out there. You know, me and him love doing these readings, and the fact that we can have some small percentage of either kickstarting the Starseed Soul or turning the lights back on for them so that they can run with it with clarity, direction, and have that soul purpose and to feel great about themselves, then that's what me and this guy will give you in a reading and a healing. And I'll be honest with you, it'll probably go over an hour because me and this guy, we just want to give and give and
We
give.
overgive. You feel me? We love
And
that.
that's why we're not selfish lovers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
So
even messing that last part. We're
it
not.
is. It
I
is.
just,
he means that
it's a fact.
he means that in every dimension as well.
Listen, I'm going to bounce because I know what these sensual witches are like. I've put the thought in the mind now. So, listen, man, always a pleasure, and thank you for having me,
No,
man.
thank you for being here. I appreciate you, man. It's always love. You already know what it is, man. I'm super grateful for you to be part of my life, and I met you. You know, it's been a long time. Like I remember we used to be like just watch each other or but now we're fully on experiencing one another. You know what I mean? On a whole different level. So it's beautiful, and that we're able to bring our energies simultaneously and bring this
Yes, yeah,
synergy
like
and
two
bless the
fishes,
world.
like two fishes, like two fishes.
Literally,
Yeah,
yo.
but let's be honest, you used to watch me more than I used to watch you.
Hey, we used to watch each other. What are you talking about, bro?
Hey, forget about it. Every Friday, 21:21, me and this guy, we're going to be keeping it real. It's going to be spicy. It's going to be healing. But I swear to God, there's no one like me and this guy on the planet doing what we do. That's not delusions of grandeur. That's sheer self-belief and working through my darker times to be able to come on and express myself with this funky Cole Medina.
Big time, big time. We are
All
such a
right.
unique expression of beings that we are, and we coming in together to just experience you guys and give you that much love and high frequency that we do.
Oof.
You know,
Oof.
so it's beautiful.
You're making me root chakra wet, man.
Hey,
All right, brother. Take care, man.
take care. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yes, well, you know what it is, man. Make sure you guys follow Soul Brother P. He's such a great reader, such a great individual. He gives you so much energy, and it's just showing you a reflection of you. Like, yo, if you're able, no matter how long you've been experiencing life for, you're definitely able to tap into the same energy and bring your inner child out and about. You feel me? So I appreciate each and everybody of you guys. In the first place, if anybody of you guys wanna, this is bright now. My eyes are like, oh my god. If any of you guys want to like tap in, send a request real quick. We can engage. We can talk about something in the first place. You feel me? If not, I'm gonna definitely end this live because I've been here. I forgot what time I actually typed in here. So if it was at 4:30 or 5, I don't know. But now it's like 6:26. So we've been here flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing and flowing. You feel me? It's a beautiful session that we had here. So like I said, I'm gonna save this this live so you guys can rewatch it. You will definitely get so much energy, so much blessings and gems and value that you can then transmute that into your own life experience in general. And here's what it is, man. We're just here to remind yourself because repetition is key. For you to be the best version of yourself, you're gonna have to repeat, practice the fundamentals, the basics. Then for you to be a whole different version of yourself, which is your best version of yourself. Remember? So keep on reminding yourself of who you truly are and what you're truly capable of in general. You feel me? Sending you guys much love and light. I think nobody sent a friend a request, so I guess it's time for me to skedaddle. You feel me? So sending you guys much love and light, shine bright. You already know what it is, man. Life is great. So make sure you live it, experience it, feel it, and know it. All right? Because you create whatever you create for your own experience in general. It's been your boy Gio, and I'm out, baby. Peace. Peace.